Hello everyone. Today let us discuss the taper turning operation by using the lathe machine. Before proceeding towards the taper turning operation, let us know the parts of the lathe. So this is headstock, this is the tail stock, this is the chuck. So this is the tool post which is used to hold the tool. This is the compound rest which is used for taper turning operation. Of course, fueling the compound rest. This is the feed rod and this is the lead screw. This lead screw is used during the thread cutting operation. And this is the carriage. This can be moved in a longitudinal direction or parallel to the lathe axis. And this is the lever. This is the wheel which is used to move the carriage in the transverse direction or parallel to the lathe axis. And this is the hand wheel which is used for the movement of the cross slide, so which will move perpendicular to the direction of the lathe axis. So now let us have another schematic diagram which shows the more number of parts, which labeling the more number of parts here. So as I already told you, that is this is the headstock and this is the tailstock and this is the spindle. This is the dead center, and this side from towards the headstock, this is also spindle. This is the live center where you are observing the chuck which is used to hold the workpiece. This is the tool post where tool is held rigidly on the tool post. So below which there is a compound rest, and this compound rest is placed over the cross slide, and this is the lever which is used to for the movement of the cross slide, and this is the wheel which is used to traverse the carriage parallel to the lathe axis, as already told you. And this is the lead screw. This lead screw is will be used during the thread cutting operation. This is the lever. This can be engaged and disengaged the split nut. So this split nut just be behind the carriage, where which this can be split nut which can be used to engage and disengage the lead screw by operating this lever during the thread cutting operation. So this is the hand traversing wheel. By using this wheel, the carriage which can be moved towards the headstock or away from the headstock. That means the movement is parallel to the lathe axis. And this is the hand wheel. This can be used for the movement of the cross slide. And you can see here the driving clutch. This is the lever which is used for engaging and disengaging the gears to the specified speed. And these are the levers which is used to select a particular speed of the cutting speed. And this is the headstock where the power transmit from the motor towards the headstock by means of a belt. Then this is the lever what you are observing here in the feed box. These levers which can be used during the thread cutting operation. And there is a bed and the guideways what you are observing here, and this is the two legs here. So these bed and guideways, including the legs which have been made by cast iron by using the casting process, and these are the these cast iron having a better vibration absorption capacity, and self lubricating property is also good in case of a cast iron. That is the reason why the cast iron which is used to produce the machine tools because of these advantages. Now let us uh, move to the lathe operations. So many operations which can be performed by using the lathe. So that is the reason why this lathe is often referred as a versatile machine, because so many operations like the facing, plane turning, rough turning, then contouring, forming operation, chamfering, parting off, thread cutting, and even knurling. So apart from that, the drilling operation, boring operation, reaming operation can also be done by using the attachments. So that is the reason why the lathe is often referred as a versatile machine. So now let us discuss about the taper turning operation. So basically, taper turning means creating the conical surface on the workpiece, or the tapered surface on the workpiece. That is gradually reducing the diameter onto the workpiece in a cylindrical workpiece. So this process is typically performed on a lathe with the cutting tool moving along the workpiece length at a desired angle or a specified angle to the lathe axis, right? So now there are different ways or the different methods by which a taper turning operation which can be performed. So among them, swelling the compound rest method is one among them. So the compound rest which can be is mounted on the cross slide, which can be swiveled to the specified or the desired angle. Then to create the taper surface. Swelling the compound rest method is generally recommended for steeper the angle with the shorter the taper length. In such cases, swelling the compound rest method is recommended. The another method to create the taper surface is the tailstock setover method. So this method, shifting or the tailstock to a specified millimeter. So this thereby creating the taper surface on the workpiece. Preferably this tailstock setover method is used for smaller the taper angle with a longer the taper length. In such cases, this tailstock setover method can be recommended. Whereas the another method can be used, that is taper turning attachment method. So this method is used when the taper angle, higher the taper angle and longer the taper length. In such cases, taper turning attachment can be recommended. The another two methods is combining feed method. So that means by operating the hand wheels. One is meant for traversing the carriage and another one is meant for cross slide movement, that is perpendicular to the lathe axis. And by operating these two hand wheels simultaneously and carefully, see the taper surface which can be generated on the workpiece. Particularly, this method can be used by having a skilled person. Person is required if you want to produce a taper surface by using the combining feed method. That means by operating both the hand wheels simultaneously to create the taper surface. So the another method is farm tool method. If this method is also can be used for taper turning operation, where the smaller the angle and smaller the taper length. In such cases, this can also be used by using the farm tool. That is generally the farm tool width is slightly larger than the length of the taper. So these are the five methods by which the taper turning operation which can be performed to create the conical surface or the taper surface on the workpiece. So now let us discuss about the swelling the compound rest method. So here the compound rest, the compound slide, so it can be swiveled to the desired or a specified angle by after calculating the amount of angle to be required by using a simple formula. So this method is recommended for steeper the angle and smaller the taper length. In such cases, the swelling the compound rest method which can be used. So it involves rotating the compound rest to the desired angle and locking it in place. Typically, the compound rest can be rotated up to 45 degrees. So steeper the angle and shorter the taper length. In such cases, this method can be recommended. So here the workpiece is securely held or rigidly held in the check and is rotated along the lathe axis while the compound rest which will guides the tool movement. So thereby the taper surface which can be generated. So this method provides a precise control over the taper angle which is suitable for applications, and this method is suitable for the applications where steeper taper, that is steeper angle are required. So this is the schematic diagram or the pictorial view of how exactly the tool is mounted on the tool post. Of course, the tool post above the compound rest. So this compound rest, swelling the compound rest. This the compound rest which can be swelled to the desired angle. Uh, so once it is fixed, and this has been firmly held by using the locking nut, and then the taper operation which can be performed, and this tool which moves at certain angle or specified angle or the desired angle with respect to the workpiece axis or the lathe axis, right? So now this is the simple formula which is used for a taper turning operation. The tan alpha is equal to d1 minus d2 divided by 2l, where d1 refers larger diameter of the taper, and whereas d2 refers the smaller diameter of the taper, and capital L refers the length of the taper. The alpha is the taper angle, right? So let us find out what is the value of alpha which is required to generate the taper surface in this compound rest method. So now, as I told you that the D1 is the 22 millimeter, and let us take D2 is 18 millimeter. The total length of the taper, that is length of the taper, is 30 millimeter. Use this formula and find out what is the value of alpha. So this is tan alpha is equal to 22 minus 18 divided by 2 into length of the taper is 30 millimeter. Then alpha is equal to tan inverse of these value 22 minus 18 divided by 2 into 30. So the value of alpha comes out 3.81 degrees. So now we need to swivel the compound rest to the value of alpha. So here, since we are getting 3.81, let us take to the higher value, that is alpha is equal to 4 degree. So now let us swivel the compound rest to the 4 degrees to perform the operation, right? So now let us move on to the workshop, how to carry out the taper turning operation by swelling the compound rest method. Taper turning operation by using the lathe machine by swelling the compound rest method. So as per the calculations, the value of alpha is 3.81 degree. Let us roll it up to a higher value, that is 4 degree. And you can see here the degrees have been graduated over the saddle. So above which the swelling the compound rest method, this can be swelled to the desired angle, that is 4 degree. So now after setting to this 4 degree, now tighten the nuts here. Now by operating these two levers, the cutting feed and the depth of cut which can be given by operating these two hand wheels. So now fix up the workpiece to the 3-jaw check. So now let us run the lathe machine for a taper turning operation. Now the cutting operation is taking place. Feed the cutting tool to the appropriate depth of cut, and now by operating this lever, taper turning operation is being carried out. Increase the this is the taper surface generated on the workpiece. This is D1 diameter, this is D2 diameter with a taper length of 30 millimeter. So now D1 is 22 millimeter and D2 is 18 millimeter. Taper length obtained is 30 millimeter. So for a calculated alpha angle is 4 degree. So this taper surface is generated by swelling the compound rest method. So this compound rest method is generally recommended for steeper angle with a smaller taper length, right? So the other methods are also used
particularly for this swelling the compound test method is generally recommended for steeper angle with a shorter taper length. Thank you.